Day, June 14th, 2023 to order. Thank you all for coming. At this time, we'll have a moment of silence. Again, our hearts go out to Brandon Colvin, Ryan Hitchcock, and Daniel Preen. Moment of silence, please. Thank you. If you all join Alderman Condon in the reciting of the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Alderman Condon. Mr. Krupp, please call the roll.
Dunn. Here. Kelly.
Here.
McGinnis.
Here.
Lee.
Here.
Grip.
Here.
Condon.
Here.
Cornett.
Here.
Dickman. Jobjen. Here. And Ortez.
Here.
9 present, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. So again, good evening, everyone. As we begin the meeting of the City Council, again, I'd like to welcome everybody in attendance and anybody who's viewing through any particular electronic device. We respectfully welcome your comments and opinions. Please keep in mind that as you share your thoughts, you're sharing them with all your fellow Davenporters and anybody throughout the region. We're happy you're participating in your city government and ask that your participation please reflect the common desire we all share to make Davenport a better place. Especially for the folks in here, I'll just ask that you put your cell phones on silent or turn them off, simply so that they don't get in the way of anybody speaking. If you wish to address the council on any specific item, please, or public with business at the end, please come to the podium. The microphone's above you. Love to know your name, ward, or address, and if you're not from here, we'd love to know where you're from. We'll have 3 minutes. Please talk to the council and myself as one body and not to any individual. Please no personal attacks. We'll be respectful of you. Please be respectful of us. Thank you. Will an alderman move approval of the City Council meeting minutes for May 24th, 2023?
So moved.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Any opposed? Very good. City Administrator, Ms. Spiegel, anything for tonight?
Nothing this evening, Your Honor.
All right. Will an alderman please move approval of the report of the Committee of the Whole for June 7th, 2023? Second. Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Any opposed? Very good. Next area is petitions and communications. Anybody for tonight? Alderwoman Lee.
Thank you, Mayor. I just have a brief statement. Davenport has a strong City Council weak mayor form of government, and the City Council is responsible for all substantive aspects of governing the city, including setting priorities, approving budgets, programs, projects, land use plans, zoning changes, expenditures, payments, and contracts. We also have the authority to hire, evaluate, and fire the corporate attorney and city administrator, which places both positions within the council chain of command. Council is responsible for providing direction to the city administrator and city staff, and for doing homework to prepare for each meeting by seeking information and answers from staff. And in response, staff is responsible for conducting research and providing accurate information before the meeting, and ensuring that all council members have the same information by copying us on their responses. And we also provide community leadership by studying issues, reviewing alternatives, and choosing courses of action, and sensing and transmitting community needs, desires, and comments. And this is all from the 2022 Municipal Guide. Contrary to these clear lines of authority that flow from council down to the corporate attorney and the city administrator, I've been placed under a so-called protocol created and enforced by the same city officials that completely restricts my ability to obtain the information I need directly from staff directors, city administrator, and even the council executive assistants. Requires that I communicate to and from staff through the corporate attorney. The protocol has continued for almost 6 months so far, which is 25% of my second term in office. I have only cooperated with this unauthorized process in order to avoid placing staff awkwardly in the middle of the issue. Recently, the same administrative staff has also placed another city council elected official under the same quote protocol, resulting in 20% of Davenport City Council being inappropriately and unacceptably obstructed from efficiently and effectively performing our responsibilities and duty. As this protocol has no basis in either authority or in fact, I therefore choose to no longer cooperate with this active suppression of the functions of City Council. I expect the respect and support that is both deserved as an elected official and as a clear responsibility of staff, and I will provide the same. I now resume representing my constituents in the city unobstructed. I thank you all. And another question I have.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, no clapping. Please refrain from, so we can
Another
hear.
question I have is, I've asked this like twice over the last month or so about the payment for the 2 political rallies. You don't have to answer it now, but I'm just questioning again whether we have been paid for those rallies, both for the rental and for the police. And hopefully next time, it'll go through the special events. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Alderwoman Lee. Anyone else? Okay.
Yes.
Alderman Ortiz, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just want to let everybody know I will have a 4th Ward meeting June 26th from 6 to 7 p.m. at the Kepi Building located in the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds. So it's open to everybody. We'll go over present and future road construction in the 4th Ward. So everybody's invited. Again, June 26th from 6 to 7 p.m. in the Kepi Building. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Alderman Ortiz. Alderwoman McGinnis?
Thank you, Your Honor. A couple of notes from me. First of all, again, a reminder of Party in the Park. It's going to be a warm party in the park tomorrow, but it'll be fun. We'll have great food and drink from ice cream from Sweet Delights, and that will start from 5:30 to 7:30. It's in Lafayette Park there along Gaines. So hope you can join us. There's lots of agencies, organizations there, as well as city folks, so please come and join us. I will be having a ward meeting on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock at the Police Department Community Room. This is my regular June meeting. Also, we will, just a reminder that the city is celebrating Juneteenth on Monday, and so city offices will be closed. Is that all city offices, Administrator?
That's correct, Alderwoman McGinnis.
All right, so my meeting will be on Tuesday instead of Monday, so that's all I have, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderwoman McGinnis. Anyone else? Very good. We'll move to approval of the items on the discussion agenda. The first item is a second consideration, ordinance amending Chapter 2.34 entitled Department of Public Works and Section 2.30.080 entitled City Administrator Additional Duties of the Municipal Code of Davenport, Iowa to state, again, the existing ability to align operational areas with organizational resources and comment and needs. Is there any public with comment? Seeing none, will an alderman move second consideration? So motion and second. Any discussion from alder folks? Alderman Jobson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple brief comments. Again, I look forward to any amendment that's coming forth next week, and I will have to get with Alderwoman McGinnis just to kind of see some things beforehand, hopefully. I know we're just trying to specify and clarify here. Just wanted to share some thoughts and sentiments from some of the 6th Ward residents that have reached out to me that, do have questions about this, and, whatever we can do to minimize ambiguity, improve clarity, look forward to it. So thank you.
Thank you, Alderman Jobson. Alderman Kelly.
Thank you. I would like to also be involved in that because I have some concerns with some folks at my ward that had concerns. So whatever you guys come up with, if you would include me in that, I appreciate it as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman Kelly. Anybody else? Okay, Brian, please call roll on second consideration of the ordinance.
Lee?
Yes.
McGinnis?
Yes?
Cornett? Yes. Dunn?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes.
Grip?
Yes.
Condon?
Yes.
Jobson?
Yes.
And Ortez.
Yes.
9 yeses, Your Honor.
Very good. The ordinance moves to third consideration. Item number 2 is a resolution approving a downtown services agreement with the Quad Cities Chamber of Commerce, Downtown Davenport Partnership for the provision of downtown garbage removal, parking ramp cleaning, pocket park maintenance, and skybridge cleaning services. Is there any public with comment? Seeing none, will an alderman move the resolution? Motion second. Any discussion? Alderwoman Lee.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just want to thank and Director Merritt for sitting down with me and going through the contract and very carefully and well answering my questions, and we did find something, so that was good. And I also want to thank you for sending the same information out to everybody. That's greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderwoman Lee. Anyone else? All right, Brian, please call the roll on the resolution.
Cortez,
Yes.
McGinnis,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes?
Grip,
Yes.
Cornett. Yes. Condon,
Yes.
Jobson,
Yes.
and Kelly.
Yes.
9 yeses, Your Honor.
Very good. That resolution, the ordinance moves to third consideration. Next, is there a motion for all approval on items on the consent? I understand two council folks just want to make a comment about an item, so I'll go first to Alderwoman Lee. You want to take one off to make a comment and then put it back on?
Yeah, and will we have time, because we didn't have comment last week, would there also be time for comment by anybody else? Because we went directly into a vote. We're not doing a vote this time.
No, ma'am. You make your comment.
Okay. It's number 12 about the Displacement Assistance Program. I really support it. I think it's an important thing for the city to do. And I just wanted to explain that my concern last time, because we didn't have a discussion before the vote. Looking back at the ARPA regulations, the interim and the final, I was just looking to see the applicability, and I had some concerns. So that's why, because the park money was unrestricted under ARPA, that's why I thought that was a better idea to use that money, plus there was more money in case we needed it. It wasn't limited to the $600,000. I just wanted to explain that, and I'll put it back in consent.
Thank you, Alderwoman Lee. I understand, Alderman Condon, you have a conflict you want to make a note of?
Yeah, I actually need to abstain from the same number item, number 12, being living in the qualifying area. I didn't apply for, nor will I receive any assistance, but I fully support it.
Thank you, Alderman Condon. Alderman Cornett, do you want to take something off to make a comment?
No, I just wanted to comment on number 12.
No. So we're not having a discussion, so we already did that. We already had.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Brian, please call the roll for all items on consent.
Cornett, Mayor, we need a motion in a second.
I apologize. A motion and a second for all items on consent.
Second.
Okay, please call the roll.
Okay, Cornett,
Yes.
McGinnis,
Yes.
Jobson,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes?
Dunn,
Yes.
Grip,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Condon,
Yes.
and Ortez.
Yes.
So 9 yeses, and Alderman Condon's abstention of number 12 is noted.
Thank you, Brian. So consent's approved. Next area is, are there any other ordinances, resolutions, and motions? There are none for tonight. The next area, is there any public of business? So as we usually do, anything other than what was on the agenda, you can, if one at a time wants to line up with the poll, so I see if there's another person that wants to speak, please come to the podium. I'll call on you. Please talk to us as one body. You'll have 3 minutes. Is there any public with discussion? See, okay. So if the next one, whoever it is, y'all can stay seated, but if whoever's next wants to stand, so I know there's more. Please.
Hello.
We'd love you to know your name, ward, and address if you're not from here, where you're from. Thank you.
My name is David Ezra Sidron. I've been a resident of the 3rd Ward for over 30 years. Today, I read the first of 4 lawsuits against the city. I hope everybody here has taken the time to read these lawsuits. They are damning. Just damning. Now, the city council knows, the people here do not know, the city of Davenport is self-insured. I understand there's a policy to handle catastrophic claims. Probably won't cover this. The city is going to be on the hook for tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. And the city is acting like everything's normal.
Yes.
Now, I gotta tell you, I've done some stupid things in my life, but I've never bankrupted a city.
Ladies and gentlemen, please refrain from yelling so we can hear the gentleman speaking. We're laughing. Please.
I don't know what else to say. I mean, you talk about future plans, like the Main Street Water Park or whatever it's called. There's no money for that now. It's all done. It's all gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
I don't see how the city escapes bankruptcy. I don't see it. You've started hiring outside structural engineers. You're going to have to hire outside legal counsel. And I got to tell you, the law firm that won a $1.2 billion settlement for the collapse in Florida, they're suing you too. I just don't know how the city is going to survive this. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Yes, sir. Again, folks, please, so we can hear everyone.
Ron Swader, Davenport, Long Grove, Rock Island. That pause was to get your attention a little bit. That pause is gone. The time to act is gone. We lost the most precious thing in this city, 3 of its citizens. I too have lost. I know the heartache and the heartbreak they feel. It doesn't go away, folks. It doesn't. But as a city, we're going to have to make sure this is real transparent. I mean real transparent. Why? Because the world is watching us, not just the city. Please, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, please. Thank you.
Not just the city, the world, the BBC, everybody. This is my home. Please make it transparent. Heads are gonna roll for this. No ifs, please. No ifs, ands, or buts. We failed. Plain and simple. We can't take it back. We can't bring lives back. I've watched them across the street dismantle a landmark of this city. We had this issue before where they took a whole apartment complex and kicked everyone out. We're assured this ain't gonna happen again. This time, 3 people died. We failed. And I hope to God you guys can sleep well at night. One council person, one, was talking to the people, that's it. Was out there with them. You're our representatives. I've heard a lot of talk at this council, but you know what? It doesn't matter, it's just talk. Well, now we gotta pay the piper. And I pray to God we still have a city. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else?
My name is Lakana Dixon, resident of Davenport for 10 years. You guys see me here last week, and I'm here again. I just wanted to be known that we are not going to stop. Our community needs answers. Our community deserves answers. Our community deserves support. And today, I see people missing. Like, this never happened. Your number one priority should be here. This is your job. And people are missing. So that means you just probably just don't really care at all. Another thing is, I agree with what the last 2 gentlemen just said. You guys just seem a little too calm. A little too calm. Because I didn't even live in that building. But my heart cried out for everyone. Like, I don't know if y'all guys know what it feels like to lose everything. Everything. In a snap. And in your life and lives too. You guys are a little too calm for me. Thank you. And it's just shocking. It's shocking. And then you want to vote over where money is going to come from and what you have to do, what holes you have to jump through to get these people help. These people need help. They deserve to have normal lives and have homes to go to. Yeah, it needs to be taken care of expeditiously. And now, because I know there's people still displaced in shelters and have to worry about where they're gonna take their next shower, where are their clothes coming from, how they're gonna wash their clothes. You know, I experienced this, so I just feel like it needs to happen. It's been on how many days? Somebody tell me how many days? 13 days. Whatever days they said, they deserve help now. And I understand you send them to the Red Cross, you send them to a shelter, you send them here, but they need it now. They need a place of residence, a place of safety, a place of, of rest and comfort. And a shelter is not the place, especially when it falls on the city's lap. And it's the city's fault. And it's the city's fault. She's right. So that's all I want to say. And I thank you guys for your time. And I just want to let y'all know we're not going to quit. I'll be here every week until we get until the people get their answers. Until people get their selves back together. I will be here. So nice meeting you guys. My name is LaConna Dixon.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Can I begin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. My name is Catherine Stewart, and again, I was here last week, and just like she stated, we are going to be here every single week.
Are you from Davenport?
Yes. And we'll be here till we get answers and we get resolution, and everybody is held accountable. They had their hands in this. Last week, I started with asking everybody to repeat our 3 victims. May they rest in peace over this horrific yet very preventable event. What really saddened me was the fact that I didn't hear who I was actually asking to speak their names, which I wasn't surprised. I asked the people in front of me to say their names because the community came behind me and said it. So I'm going to do this each week if you guys want to act like, be calm like everybody else has said. So please repeat after me. Brandon Colvin. Ryan Hitchcock. Daniel Prin. I want to keep their names on each and every person's mind because they don't have a voice now. They were robbed of it by something that there was multiple warning signs that were just made by everybody at hand. We demand answers as a city because we deserve it, to not only us as a community, but to the families of Brandon, Ryan, and Daniel, and to all the families that have been displaced by this event. I suggest maybe having a conference instead of having events at Rhythm City where people that paid money to get in were denied entry, to have a meeting where we can talk to the council and get answers instead of just speaking our minds and getting the answers that we deserve. One thing I know for certain is the big fear of any government from this level all the way up to the presidency is we the people. You guys don't want people united. You don't want it peaceful. You know, but Davenport is showing you, these people right here, we are showing you what peaceful protests will do. Because we the people as unified will bring change, and we're demanding change. We are pushing for change and accountability for each folk that has had their hands into this, and there's a paper trail, we know who they are. We want accountability to each of you and who has blood on their hands, and if you've just been sitting by and watching and not saying and speaking, I would resign all of you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, please.
My name is Jessica Knowles. Unfortunately, I'm part of the 2nd Ward. The only thing I can say is I have personally called and left messages. I have came down here to request my son's artwork from the 3rd floor. I have been ignored. I have checked with the school district. It has not been returned back. And my only reason is if I stand with the people, I cannot have my son being displayed upstairs. Now, can I have my son's artwork back?
Thank you, ma'am. Next, please.
My name is LaShawna Dixon. I am a Davenport resident of the 5th Ward. I just want to stand with my community because there's a lot of people looking real calm. Also to state, as well as everybody's saying that there's only been one council member that has came down, and there's been two. We've seen one more than sometimes, but there was two, so I want to stand corrected on that. But every one of the council members should have came down. We should have seen your faces. I don't even live down here, but the one person that I know should have been there, council member should have been there, was not flashy enough to come and say anything, not to pass out the tissue, bring a gallon of water or whatever. It's disappointing. I've been in Denver for 10 years. And if I knew like something like this would happen in my community without anybody being, well, I can't say. There's been people, I've seen tears drop by some people, and I'm just gonna say that. But the support of the community, the people that we vote in, I wouldn't wanna be here. Y'all here for public service, right? Public servants, is that what we call them? So serve your community, serve us. Give us answers. Make sure we get the justice behind this. I say we, because we hurt for everybody in this community. We have been out here for 2.5 weeks with our community. We've been out here every day, so mainly all these people in the room, we're family now. We make sure we're good. But that's your job to make sure we're good too. Support us so we can support you. That's the way it goes, right? We're expecting you to do that. And we're gonna hold you all accountable to that. Every single one of you. Everyone. If you don't do it, we vote in November. I hope that's not too far away. We vote in November. And everyone in this community has the chance to vote. So I will start acting. If you don't start acting, well, actually, it's too late to start acting. Start acting now. Please. Because November, it's going to be real good in November, y'all. Because I'm going to be on the streets, making sure, and I'm going to be in districts that I don't even live in. I'm going to be walking the streets of Davenport, trust me, because we're going to switch stuff up if we don't get it together.
Thank you. Anyone else? Next, please.
My name is Dan Foley. I live in the 4th Ward. We need to talk about justice here. Lawsuits, I guess, are one type of justice that could occur here. We need an internal investigation to see who failed to do their job. I know a person or two resigned, but there's such a catastrophic failure here, and this is not the first one. Last week I listed out several of them. Big, giant catastrophes happening in our city: flood wall breaches, mass evictions, building collapse. No, like 1 or 2 people have quit over this stuff. That's it. Like, we need some kind of investigation, transparent, to understand what happened. This is also a crime scene that just got torn down, which kind of blows
Ladies
my
and gentlemen,
mind.
please, so we can hear him.
I don't know what's even happening on that side of things. This is a crime. Is an investigation happening at all? Is like, so far the role of the police has been to protect the crime scene as it was demolished and to protect the landlord when he went to the court that one time. That's as far as I know what they've done, on this entire situation. What's going on there? Like, there needs to be, if there is something going on, we should know about that. But it just blows my mind that this can happen with so few consequences. And again, they're escalating. These catastrophes keep getting worse. And now what Ms. Lee said earlier about the city administrator withholding information from her and like having to go through a lawyer or something, this is crazy.
And it just shows like there's people inside our city administration that do not want transparency. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes, my name is Genevieve Rafferty. I live in Davenport. I don't know which ward because they're always flipping it up on us when they decide to put a little oppression in for dessert. Okay, as far as what happened, I actually know what happened Friday because people don't see me. I'm a little old white lady, you know what I'm saying? So I can get stuff done because no one expects me to do it. So here we go. Friday, when the representative for Andrew Wald showed up downtown to collect rent probably, because why else would you go down there? There was already an independent inspector down there. And he said to that representative, Mr. Wald, get these people out of here now. Get these people out of here now. I have to call Mr. Wald. Well, do it. Get these people out of here now. So he called Andrew Wald, and Andrew Wald said, golly, it's a Friday. Let's put this off till Monday. So because he had a concert to go to, 3 people are dead.
A concert?
Yeah.
Ms. Rafferty, if you could please,
Don't end.
please talk this way. Thank
Except
you.
for the people who live in Davenport who aren't protected by the city government because it's corrupt. And I leave you on that note. And I'll be here.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Michael, unfortunately, I live in the second ward. So
I apologize, sir. Did you, last name?
Ross,
Thank you.
since when do we, cut deals for stuff like that? I mean, I'd like to know, a $300 fine, $95 court costs. I'm with I'll be here just like everybody else. We're all family. This started as one body, one movement, united on one front. This is the people's house, not your guys's.
Yeah.
We put you guys in to do your job. You guys want to run in November? It's going to cost you a lot of money to run. Best believe that. So I'm good with putting stuff in emails and stuff. So when's West 40th Street and Hillendale, the sinkhole that the city keeps putting cold patch on, when's that actually going to get dug up? I went up there. I've talked to the people at Public Works. They're placing the blame on Iowa American Water for a water main break. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I break something, I too will join lawsuits. It's time you guys, as a city, do your guys' job. Yeah. Passing the buck, acting like, oh, it ain't nothing going to happen. 4022 Hillendale Road, the house that I've spoke on multiple times that I successfully got torn on, that garage was falling. When's the sidewalk gonna get replaced that you guys broke? That's been noted on your C-Click Fix app too. You know, there seems to be a couple people on this council that actually know what's going on. So I'm just gonna throw this out there. There is federal whistleblower status. Just throwing that out there to the 2 people that this city wants to silence. That is a federal law, and the city can't hold you guys to anything. Speak up what's going on. I will not give out the name of the person that told me. But there is corruption, and that person's actually said it.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, yes, ma'am.
name is Kashinda Russell. I reside in Ward, I do believe it's McGinnis in 3rd Ward. I'm here because literally I actually had people that my loved ones in the building. Okay. You got your back. We got this. I moved to Davenport 4 months ago from Bettendorf, just because there's a crisis with housing and a lot of other stuff that goes on within city limits. As city officials, housing in Davenport, there's a crisis. There's people sleeping on City Hall, veterans that's out there. How did they serve their country, but they have no voice? A man literally outside has strokes living in the woods, afraid to ask for help. Where's the people that's supposed to be helping him? They're right up there. Where? It's crazy. Literally, I've seen so much. Every day I'm out there, and I'm out there cleaning up. Out there, the porta potties were taken away. What about the individuals that's out there in wheelchairs and children out there? And we're not out there to lollygag. We just want answers. If we asked for support and only 2 people came, if you guys were gonna come out there for support, you guys could have just shook a hand, said hello, even took a picture to prove a point. Nobody even did anything.
They had to consult with their attorney.
That's so sad. That's beyond sad. And I know that it's more than 3 people missing. I literally seen body bags. But where are those answers? And I know you guys can't say anything because families haven't been contacted. It's sad. It's terrifying that you could go to the store and get groceries and come back to no home whatsoever. Literally, it's been people that's been in that building that haven't even received any support at all, haven't even been reached out to. It's sad. Where's the support when people need it? It's scary. It's beyond scary that people literally, their ashes were in that building. They come home to no home. How fair is that? I'm sure you guys come home to your guys' lives every day. Every day. You guys aren't missing a meal, missing a beat, but people are without. And I appreciate the people that did come out there. I don't know if I'm allowed to say their names, but I appreciate the people
Please
that
finish,
did
ma'am.
come out.
Thank you. Please finish.
So I thank you for the people that did come out, but as a unit, you guys really should do better.
Thank you, ma'am. Anyone else? Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
Adriana McBride, 5th Ward. I guess I'll start with commending Alderman Lee for her exemplary leadership. I guess I would have to therefore condemn some of the behaviors coming from the city in terms of disregarding her expert recommendations on the initial issue. Maybe some of you might recall me from years ago showing up here speaking about the exposed dump on the riverfront known as Veterans Memorial Park. Total environmental hazard. I can't believe it's exposed the way that it is. There's a bike path running right through it. I've been coming here for week after week for months to try to get the city to do something about it, but the former mayor that I met with would tell me that would cost $1 million to clean up. Meanwhile, the city's budgeting $1 million to turn our riverfront into a carnival or something. I'm not sure. So the expert recommendations on how to, Judith Lee is an environmental consultant. She does that for a living on helping that kind of situation get into regulatory compliance. So to disregard her expert recommendations is just completely deplorable and like asinine. I don't even understand, but you guys just wanted to kind of go ahead and do things your own way. So that was how I started kind of seeing how corrupt this city is, you know, instead of actually following the laws. You guys kind of run this like it's the Wild Wild West, like it's a personal gang or something. I'm not really sure. But since the state isn't, you know, doesn't necessarily have jurisdiction, I mean, now they might because of the incompetence. And back to that incompetence, that's a story that you guys claimed, you know, in this recent clerical error situation sounded familiar to what you guys had said when you finally got that fine from the Department of Natural Resources about that Veterans Memorial Park being an exposed dump, and you guys actually had like 9-foot berms of actual like trash stacked up that you're guiding people to go through as they walk through the bike path on the river. And that's what Judith was trying to tell you guys to clean up. You can't have that. Like it was just totally, I can't believe how you guys do things around here. And yeah, I just also want to second that about the unaccounted for homeless people that have not been seen since this collapse. That's very concerning. And again, the way that you guys like to run things and not really do things according to the law is just very, very concerning. So that's all I have to say. We're watching.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing, okay, please.
My name is Kelsey King, and I'm from Bettendorf. Is this thing on?
That's not our mic, ma'am. Ours is above you, so.
Negligence and misconduct by the city officials. City officials have displayed gross negligence in deliberately ignoring nuisance properties and consistently disregarding repeatedly complaints from tenants regarding hazardous conditions within the building. Their inaction and failure to exercise reasonable care and fulfill their duty care to ensure public safety are evident. Conclusion and corruption. There are indications of conclusion or undue influence between city officials and private company responsible for construction or maintenance of the building. This raises concern of potential corruption, including bribery, favoritism, or other forms of intellectual conduct. Incompetence and failure to enforce regulations. The city officials' incompetence is demonstrated by the failure to enforce building codes, safeties, and regulations. The zoning requirements resulting in compromised structural integrity. The lack of oversight, inadequate response, and negligent allocations of resources further contribute to the narrative of incompetence. Professional negligence. Select Structural Engineering assured city officials that the building was structurally sound for the attendants to remain in during the exterior work. However, their assessment proved to be negligent and inaccurate, as subsequent collapse reveals significant structural deficiencies. Trustworthy and competence of the city. The recent citation issued by the city to Wall, failure to maintain the building in a safe, sanitary, and structurally sound condition raises questions about the trustworthy and competence of the city officials. The city history of constantly ignoring identical complaints from tenants and other residents further calls into questions of their motives, competency, and commitment to the public safety. Request for an investigation given to the gravity of the situation and the potential collaboration between city officials, the private company, and Select Structural Engineering. I urgently request a comprehensive investigation by the Iowa State's Attorney Office, Iowa Department of Labor, the OSHA, and FBI, and any other relevant regulatory entities. This investigation is necessary to uncover the truth, ascertain liability, and hold all parties that are responsible accountable for their negligence, misconduct, and potential criminal actions. That is notarized. There are over 400 signatures on that. We are ready to turn it in. Resign now. She needs to resign.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anything else from city officials? Is there a motion to adjourn?
No, I would still like to speak.
One more, okay.
Out of here as soon as possible.
Please, sir. I didn't see you stand up.
That's fine, that's why I spoke up. My name is James Blue. When a mother leaves her kids in a car that's too hot and the children die, the mother's usually arrested and her children are taken away from her. If a landlord is criminally negligent, he gets a $300 fine, $400, sorry. I believe starting on the right foot towards equitable solutions would be to take away all of Andrew Wold's properties, as he's very clearly incapable of keeping people safe and alive. And I know, like, it's really hard to be where you are, having to, like, micromanage the whole city. It's very easy to rely on, like, an administrative apparatus to just do everything for you. But also, you ran for this position. You wanted to be here. You chose to be where you're at right now. And so, like, I get, like, it's gonna be real embarrassing that the people you've been glad-handing with for years might suddenly show up in a criminal investigation, but it's still, like, the right thing to do. It's still something that is required. It is still, if you want to live in, like, a just and fair society, this is something that's going to have to happen at some point. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, there's a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor? Any opposed?
Aye.
We're adjourned. Have a good evening.